Hey there, gang. Welcome back to Papa's Model Workshop. I'm Papa, and this is my workshop. This thing did it again. It just turned on without me being ready to go. I was still kind of setting things up here, but okay, it's on and it's running, so I'll go with it as well. So anyway, I wanted to touch upon Jason's Blue Ox Model Shop group build. I was just setting these down when this thing came on, and these are the two that I kind of whittled things down to in terms of which I was going to choose for the group build. And I kind of put a question out there on my Facebook page and on here as to, which of these two should I go with? And almost unanimously, everybody chose this one. The Chrysler 300. So I guess that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with this for my Blue Ox Model Shop group build. All right. And as you recall, I was thinking of going with this Cabriolet, if I can get my fingers around it. But the group build rules are 1949 and up. And as we can see, this is a 1934, and that's not going to fit the requirements for the group build. So that will not go this time around. But yep, this will be the one that I'm going to go with. All right. And one of the things that I really enjoy doing, I've mentioned this before, is sitting here on the laptop when I'm about to do a brand new build and researching the car or the truck that I'm going to start. The interior colors, the exterior and the exterior colors, and all of that sort of stuff. I haven't really come to a conclusion yet as to what color I'm going to go with. This looks like a really nice color, and we've also got it in a turquoise color here on the side of the box, or a teal color, whichever. Until I get on the computer and start looking, my initial thought is to go with a candy red. This is a candy color right there. All right, I think that looks pretty neat. So that's my first thought. I thought about going with orange. I think orange would look really good on this. But I just did an orange build not too long ago. If you've been watching my videos, maybe you'll recall I did that 48 Ford convertible, and that was done in an orange color, and it came out really nice. But there are different shades of orange. Now, that orange on that Ford was a Tamiya pure orange. That was the color, all right? So now there's different, as I said, shades of orange. There are, well, here's three. Okay, I'm trying to balance this in my hand so I can show it to you. Hang on, I'll get there. Okay, so these are three different shades of orange. Okay, and then here's the orange that I went with on that Ford. All right, now this, let me see, what do we got here? This is a Turbo Dork orange. And this is on a gold base. Right, and this is Pro Scale. I think this is called Atomic Orange. Yeah, right there. All right, and again, here's the difference between that Ford and this type of orange, this Pro Scale Atomic Orange. Okay, and the one that I kind of like the best, I think, out of all of them is this orange right here. This is Turbo Dork. All right. And I think that's on a black base. Is that on a black base? Yeah, this is on a gloss black base. All right, and here's, again, the 48 Ford orange color. So let me turn this light and see if I can get this a little bit better for you. How's that? Does that show the orange a little bit better? Okay. And this particular orange, I used the Createx 4011 reducer. All right. I tried the Turbo Dork reducer, and I didn't like it as much. I think I'm going to stick with the 4011 reducer with the Turbo Dork. The other possibilities that I thought of off the top of my head before I do any of my research is maybe a purple color. All right. Let me see. How's that? Actually, I should put these two together because these two here and here are both the same color. And this is a Createx, this one right here. All right. And this is the Vallejo. What is that? Vallejo. Well, I think it's just plain Vallejo. Yeah, that's just plain Vallejo. Now, I've mentioned before that you want to go with Vallejo Model Air or Game Air, the operative word there being the word air, because it's made for the airbrush. And I had tested this color, even though it did not say air on it. And I did this with a mixture of 1-to-1 with Flow Improver. And I was able to get it to shoot really very nicely. So that's a possibility, I think. This one's on a gloss black. Yeah, this one's on gloss black. And this one is on a white primered spoon. And there's not a great deal of difference between the two. But anyway, that's a possibility for this. That might look nice. All right. Or this Createx color. All right. That might be cool. All right. All of this is off the top of my head. The other possibility, I think, is this blue color. I think this is the acrylic blue by Tamiya. All right. All right. This one's on a, let's see. This is a black spoon. All right. Same color on a white spoon. This is a white spoon, right? Yeah, I think this is a white spoon. Yeah. Okay. So, again, not a great deal of difference between the black and the white, but I think that also could be a candidate color for this. So those are just a couple of the colors off the top of my head for this Chrysler 300. But again, as I mentioned, I haven't gone on the computer to research this yet. So that's something I plan on doing later on today. So this is where doing these colors on your spoons really helps out, because when you're ready to start a brand new build, you can just reach in here. I'll show you. Okay. These are all spoons that I have, made various colors and so forth. Color swatches, if you want to call it that. But, that's really very helpful to have that. And the other thing that's helpful is I have, these are all primed spoons, okay? I've got black, I've got gold, all right, silver primed spoons, and of course, white primed spoons. But anyway, if you have a whole thing of spoons that are primed in different base colors, then when it comes up to where you want to start a brand new build, and maybe you don't have a color, all right, in something like this that you want to use, and you want to prime or test rather, test a brand new color, your spoons are already primed. Okay, you can just reach in and grab a spoon that's already primed, and you can test the color. So that's just what I do, for what it's worth. So put this down here. This desk is full today. I cleaned up the workbenches inside, and now this is a cluttered mess. You can't see it, but take my word for it. It's a cluttered mess down here. Okay, so those are the two cars. So I guess then this one is going to go back up into the shelf here, and we will get to that in time. Now, or in front of this is actually the Hummer that I'm doing for my friend Casey. All right, and if you haven't seen the other videos, Casey is a friend of mine from a New York Mets group. And she went to Citi Field. That's where the Mets play, if you're not a sports fan. And if you're not a sports fan, I'll tell you, the New York Mets colors are orange and blue. So anyway, Casey asked me to build this SUV because in the main atrium where you first come into the stadium, or the rotunda it's called actually, when you go into the rotunda, just before you go up the escalators, there was an SUV parked there, and it was done up in Mets colors, orange and blue. Where is your orange and blue colors, Casey? Hang on. Okay, so this will be Casey's colors, orange and blue. All right. So I started taping off your car, Casey, or your SUV, whatever you want to call it. All right. Started taping that off, and probably by this afternoon, I'll start shooting color on here. So that is that. I don't know if I'm going to complete that first before I start on the group build, or if I will do both of them at the same time. I will certainly, at the very least, get color on this today. And then this afternoon, I'll probably get on the laptop and start researching colors for this. All right, so that's where we are. Oh, and by the way, I was not too long ago crowing about this little shop vac, okay? It's kind of neat for, vacuuming up all the debris and garbage that gets on your workbench. And then it has a blower here so you can blow the stuff off your workbench. And I mentioned, I picked this up. I'm pretty sure I got this at Home Depot. I picked it up for like $12, $13 or something like that. So anyway, this is out the window now, okay? Because it died. I was using it one day to clean off the workbench, and I heard the motor inside starting to grind, and then all of a sudden just died. What do you expect for $12? So I got this. Hang on. This just arrived. I haven't even looked at it yet. So this is a little bit better. So let me get my coffee out of the way here. I haven't opened this yet, but it looks like the seal is broken. I guess Karen opened this up. And let me see here. Is the seal broken? How do you get into this thing? I'm always good when I open things on camera because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looks like she's been in here. So, this is it. Okay, and I guess it has the same features where you can either blow the debris off or you can use it as a little shop vac and vacuum things up. Let's see here. What do we got here? I guess this fits like that. Okay. And is there enough charge in here? I think this is rechargeable, but I just literally opened the box, looking at it for the very first time. So I don't know how you turn this thing on. I guess you just press the button, but nothing's going on, so I guess it has to be charged. So I'll have to put that on the charger. It has a little brush thing. Okay. What else do I got here? This is, I don't know what that is. All right. But I guess what we'll have to do is take a look at the instructions. So I will play with this later on today too. I'm not sure what this is either. I mean, this is something, I guess, a different attachment for the vacuum, but I'm not sure what. Looks like Velcro or something. I don't know. Why would you put that Velcro on the end of a vacuum attachment? I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll see, and I will report back to you on all of that. But anyway, so yeah, that's my new little shop vac. And the other shop vac is now sitting right here in the garbage. And like I mentioned, I'm not going to complain about it too much because it was only $12. So anyway, that is that. So for those of you, by the way, I'm still trying to figure out this remote control here for this camera. For those of you who might have an interest in knowing the colors for Casey's SUV, Metz colors, the orange is pure orange LP51. I've shown this in another video, but I'm just reviewing, I guess. And the blue color is an LP47 pearl blue, also Tamiya. All right, both of them are lacquer. All right, so those are the colors for the SUV. Okay, and yeah, shooting the color is relatively easy. It's all of this taping that'll drive you crazy. So anyway, Casey, I'm working on the taping, and I'm hoping to get this ready to go into the paint booth by this afternoon. I'd like to just pause for 1 second on a little bit of a serious note. And I want to mention it's kind of a shame as to what happened here. There's a gentleman by the name of Frank, and he had a channel called Frank's Model Works, and he recently uploaded a video. Well, I saw it for the first time a couple of days ago. And Frank announced that he was closing down his channel. He's not going to produce videos anymore. And I kept watching the entire length of that video, expecting him at some point to turn around and smile at the camera and say, "Oh, I'm just kidding." And that never came. He was dead serious. And he has signed off of YouTube. He's not going to make videos anymore. And the reason, from what I understand from the video, now, I don't know Frank. I've never met him. I've never communicated with him. I'm just taking all of this from the video that I saw. But from what I saw in his video, he was being harassed by a couple of viewers. And it was relentless harassment that just kept going. I mean, he mentioned in the video that this would come in the form of messages in the middle of the night and all of this sort of stuff. So he made the painful decision to shut down his channel, and that's really just such a shame. He had a very successful channel, and there were a lot of people, including me, who watched his videos, enjoyed his videos. I learned a lot, and I'm sure that a lot of the people who watched learned a lot too. And it's just a terrible shame to see him have to fold up his tent on YouTube because some people harassed him off the channel. It's just terrible. So for what it's worth, Frank, you will be missed. I will miss you. We're both Long Island guys. I don't know where on Long Island you are, but, again, we don't know each other, but for what it's worth, you ever want to come and say hello or something like that, or even share a beer and shoot the breeze or something like that, you're more than welcome to get together with me one day here in the workshop or just out somewhere. And I hope at some point you reconsider and come back to YouTube because, yeah, you will be missed. So my very best to you and your family, Frank. I hope you keep on building, because I've had the privilege of seeing some of your builds at shows. I saw your build at NNL East this past April of 2025, or builds, plural, rather. And also at the Freeport show back in the fall. I think that was around November or something. And I don't remember what that show was now off the top of my head. I don't know if that was the Long Island Scale Model Society show. I think it was called Replicon. And there was a show before that that was put on by the Long Island Auto Replica Society. So I saw your builds at one of those two shows. Maybe it was even both shows. I can't remember. But my point is that I've had the privilege of seeing your work in person, and you do fantastic work. So I hope you don't give up on the hobby, And I do hope that you eventually come back to YouTube. Okay, so with that, I'm going to wrap things up. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you would. That helps the channel and me tremendously. If you just hit that subscribe button, it takes half a millisecond to do that. And it doesn't cost you anything. And like I said, it helps. And if you want a shop card, you've seen these before, let me know. Okay, you can send, there's my email address right there. Okay, you can send me an email. All right, and I will send out a shop card to you. If any content creators out there want to swap shop cards, there's my mailing address right there as well. Okay, I'd love to swap shop cards or stickers or whatever, okay, with some of you other content creators out there. And that will do it for this video this time around. So thanks again for coming back, and I'll see you in the next video.